Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, or whatever the time of the day it is that you are tuning into First Report 33.0 with Fletch.
Can't believe it. And this guy, Clayton Mitchell.
I know, 33, mate. You missed last week. It was a very serious one last week. Good pick up on that, though, actually. Yeah.
Just by yourself.
It was. Yeah, I was
There we go.
Interviewing my typewriter.
I'll leave.
No pushback. Fletch, you have been away, but to kick things off today, let's have a bit of a positive update on the economy, because the feeling out there is actually far more buoyant than what National are telling us. They want to sort of hold us all back and say it's all
Kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
So the OECD, let's pick them for example. Their job is to reflect on member countries' economies.
Mm-hmm.
So the report's amazing. Forecast good growth for the next couple of years. Yes, a bit of a downturn, but that's because the rest of the world's even worse. And yet, at the same time, our terms of trade, our exports overseas, have never been better.
Going gangbusters.
And that's a tribute to New Zealand businesses out there exporting around the world.
And what about the export dollar? I mean, that's an important factor in this, right? To get our exports up, to be competitive on an international stage?
Yep, so the Reserve Bank decision on the OCR made a big difference, and our dollar dropped. And man, what a difference it's made in terms of competitiveness for New Zealanders overseas.
So I think it got up to about 87 cents to the US, and now it's down to about 66, I think it was last night, wasn't it? That's a good trading
66.
spot.
Yeah, so pretty amazing. So, I mean, there's been a lot going on this week, and there's so much to talk about, but actually, I think the highlight of this week for me was the story you told me about trying to get home last week, mate. So let's use this whole time. Tell everyone what happened.
Okay. I have to come clean, ladies and gentlemen. You are actually talking to an unconvicted felon, because I did actually accidentally steal a car. It was actually the week before last. So the story goes like this. I couldn't fly home because there was no flights. Auckland was all closed off because it was just terrible weather. So I thought I need to get home to watch my kids' sport. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take an 8.5 hour tour in a car. I'll rent a car and I'll go home. So I rented a car. It was a silver Highlander, but when they gave me the keys, they said it's in lot number 32, it's a white Highlander. But when I got there, of course, it was silver. Well, I thought they've obviously got the colour wrong. It was in lot 32. When I jumped in it, it was a bit untidy. So somebody sort of left the crisp packets there.
It was a quick turnover.
It was a quick turnover, but I was desperate to get home. Keys were in it, and a full tank of gas. I was great. So I threw my keys that they gave me into the ashtray bit, the front of the car, and away I toodled home. Quite proud of myself.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the next day that I realised I had a bit of a problem when I dropped the car off, because I dropped the two keys off, and of course the lady behind the counter was a bit, you've got two keys. This isn't our car. This is a neighbour's car. You've rented a Hertz car. So inadvertently, I actually took the wrong car, but somebody had obviously rushed in a hurry, left the keys in it, parked it right where I happened to be hopping into a colour, didn't check the registration, and caused all sorts of problems for the insurance company, the hiring car company. So here I was, single.
Avis is cool, obviously.
They loving it. They've got a new customer. So I apologise, that hurts. I apologise, Avis, profusely. I take full responsibility for that. But anyway, that's my story for the week. Nothing political. There's always something political. But nothing
there was
political
so much
today.
happening this week. But I think we're trying to keep it shorter and more punchy. So thanks for joining in.
Without the punching. All right. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.